Welcome to a session on PHP in data types. We all know that in PHP any variable is not declared of its type. It all depends upon the value of the variable that is assigned to it. Suppose if you are assigning a value string to a variable, then the type of that variable becomes string. If you are assigning an integer or float value to a variable, then the type of the variable will be either integer or float. So as in strongly typed languages like C, C++, Java, where we declare the variables of certain type, here in PHP there is no need to declare the data type for a variable. What are the data types available in PHP? We have string, integer, float, boolean, array, object, null and resource. So here is an example to demonstrate PHP string. We know that a sequence of characters enclosed in double quotation marks becomes a string, and echo is a statement that is used to display the output, that is the value stored in the variable x. Also echo is a function that can handle the strings. So here break tag, which is present between the two echo statement, causes a new line to be inserted between the previous line and the next line. So we have the output printed in two subsequent lines. What is a PHP integer? It is normally a non-decimal number between the range minus 2 to the power of 31 to 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. Also we are aware of the rules of the integer, that it should start it should not have a decimal point, it should have at least one digit, it can be either positive or negative, and it can be specified in three formats, that is octal, decimal and hexadecimal. Here is an example to demonstrate integers. We are assigning $x is 5985, var underscore dump of $x. It is going to display the type of the variable along with the value. So in the output, instead of simply displaying 5985, it is going to display the type of the value also. So therefore integer is also displayed along with the value. Here to demonstrate on PHP float, similarly we are assigning a float value to the variable x, and when we display the value of the variable, it is going to display along with the type. The type is float and 10.365 is the value, as we know that this value is of type float. What is a boolean? PHP boolean takes up two values, true or false, and this particular boolean data type is useful when we are working with the conditional testing or when we are testing a condition in the loops. So depending upon the truth value of the condition, whether it is true or false, certain actions are going to be performed. So what is an array? An array is a group of values stored under a single variable, and we are creating an array using the array construct, and we are storing the list of values separated by commas inside the parentheses. And var underscore dump of $cars will give you the output that specifies how many values are contained in the array and what is the value, the data type and the size stored at each position. So also we are going to see that the interpretation is in the form of an associative array. The key is the index and the value is the data type along with the length and the value itself. So at the 0th position we have a string value, so the data type is string, and number of characters are 5, so therefore the value that is printed is 5 and the string itself. So on we can see in the remaining two outputs also the same thing is being displayed. That is, 1 indicates the position, string indicates the type of the value, 3 indicates the number of characters, BMW is the value itself. What are PHP objects? As we know that PHP is also an object-oriented language. A PHP data type has object which stores the data and information on how to process the data. Also we know that a method or a variable can be accessed only with the help of the object, and the object must be explicitly declared. But if we have to use an object, first of all we should declare a class for that object. So without a class we cannot create an object. So a class is a structure that contains the properties and methods that tells how your object is going to be. PHP also has a special data type called as null, which stores only one value called as null. Suppose if a variable is assigned with a value null, then when it is used in the expression, depending upon the context, then the value will be coerced to that type. Suppose if I say $C is equal to $A plus $B, and suppose say A is given as null, then you have to treat it that that particular variable does not have a value. It is automatically assigned a value null. So here is an example when we are assigning $x as hello world and $x as null, and in the last statement when we print x, it is going to print the value null because the value is emptied, or the value stored in that variable, or the variable does not hold any value, it is simply holding empty. So these are the operators available in PHP. An operator is used to perform some operations on the variables and values. So we have arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational operators, and logical operators. Arithmetic operators for normal operations like plus, minus, star, division, equal to, which are used to operate on numeric types, whether it is integer or float, and the result is going to be either integer or float. And when you are having a mixed type values, then you are going to have a mixed data type value. Assignment operator is used to assign a value to a variable, and relational operator is used to compare two values, and depending upon the result we may get either a true value or a false value. Logical operators and or, denoted as in your C language two ampersand symbols or two pipe symbols. They are used to join one or more relational expressions, which is nothing but a compound expression, and it is used to test the result of the logical expression. So here we see PHP conditional statements. We have if statement, if else statement, if else if statement, and switch statement. All these are the ones that we have already been discussed in other languages like C and Java. So what is a if statement? The if statement executes some code if the condition is true. Here $T is equal to date of h means we are going to get the hours value from the date, and we are comparing that value with 20. If it is less than 20, we are printing it as echo have a good day. If it is a value greater than 20, we are not going to do anything. There will not be any output generated. In the case of if-else statement, it is going to execute some code until if the specified condition is true. If it is false, the code in the else block gets executed. So again here we are demonstrating that $T is equal to date of h, which is used to get the hours value, and depending on that we are comparing that value with 20. If it is less than 20, we are printing have a good day. If it is less than, or if it is greater than 20, we say have a good night. Then if else statement. Suppose now we test the condition in the if. If it is false, then it tests the condition in the next if. If all the conditions in the else if ladder fails, then the statement in the else block gets executed. So that is what it is doing. If else statement executes different codes for more than two conditions. First we check the condition. If the condition is true, then it executes the code and simply escapes the remaining ladder. But if you are not finding that the condition 1 is true, then it tests the second condition. If that is also failing, then it will go for the next condition if it is present. Otherwise, it simply goes to the else block and executes it. Now again we are testing for the date. We are taking the hours value from the date, and we are checking if it is less than 10, we are printing hi. If it is less than 20, we are printing it as good day. If it is not satisfying any of those two conditions, then we are going for the statement to be printed in else, like have a good day or have a good night. A switch statement. Here we are going to see that switch statement is used to select one of the many blocks to be executed. Here we are going to see the color is red. Now what happens this value which is stored in the variable color is compared with one of the case values. If it is a match, then the block associated with the case gets executed, and we are not going to execute the remaining cases because there exists a break statement which is used to cause an exit from the switch structure. Suppose if the case value does not match with the variable value, then it will go to the default block and print that your color is neither red, green or blue. So that